Tonight, actor Todd Emerson talks about a couple of camp TV cooks. Kia ora and welcome. I'm Andrew Whiteside. This is GayTalk Tonight. My guest tonight is Kiwi actor Todd Emerson. Todd Emerson is a Kiwi actor currently on stage playing one half of the TV cooking duo Hudson and Halls. They were a TV institution back in the 70s and 80s and were a couple. You might also recognise Emerson from the TV drama Westside and the TV commercials for insurance company Youi. So Todd, great to see you. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you, it's good to be here.
I'm really impressed with Hudson and Hall Live, and it took me back to my, I was going to say childhood, probably teenagedom.
Yeah.
What do you remember of them, if anything?
Nothing. I think my grandmother had met them at some point, and so my parents had maybe mentioned them, but it wasn't really until I was at an opening night party with Rima Tiwiata, and brought them up, and she said, oh yeah, my mum was great friends with them and I worked for them in their restaurant as a waitress, and I said, you know, why hasn't anyone done a film or a play, or why isn't there a book? You know, there's kind of nothing about them, they disappeared. And she said, well, you do it. So here we are just under 2 years later, we've done it.
so not having any memory of them because you never saw the original TV series, what did you draw on in order to create this character?
From footage, really, from everything that we could find of them, which to be honest wasn't that much. There's the footage that's on NZ On Screen, there's a little bit of stuff on YouTube. We contacted TVNZ and asked for everything they had from the archives, and it was like 6 VHS tapes. Like there was, they don't have anything. So that was it really, but a lot of watching them and listening to them to get the voices and that sort of thing.
I had no memory of what the food was like.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's 30 years ago that show was on. But it was terrible.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, we did so much research for the show in terms of talking to people that work with them and talking to people like Tony Astor, who has Antoine's. You know, people who know their stuff about food, and we'd ask them whether these guys were good chefs, and every single person we asked, it would go one off, one on. So you'd get a yes, they were amazing, they were really good, and the next person would go, no, they were absolute rubbish. So yeah, I think they really wanted. I think they were probably really good at home. I think when they had the time, when they had a day to prepare a dinner party, it was probably great, but I think on television the time pressure just killed it. And we spoke to we've spoken to a number of people that work with them on their show, and all of them said, you know, at the end of the tapings, it was inedible. So
that's incredible.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm interested to know your career. Where is it that you would like to head? What are the kind of must-dos for you?
You know, I'm having an amazing period at the moment where, you know, I'm in the middle of shooting the 2nd season of Westside. I've got this show Daffodils that's been touring around the country and is looking to go overseas next year. We've got Hudson and Halls on. I'm making money with the Youi gig. It's kind of like everything that I've been aiming for a really long time, I'm there now. So in terms of what comes next, I'm not too sure, to be honest.
You mentioned Westside. So what was that first season of Westside like for you?
It was really great because all of the guys, you know, like we're in the gang. There's 6 of us in the gang, and Dave, who plays Ted, I've known since I was a kid. Dan, I've known for years. I didn't know Pana and Xavier. But a lot of the other cast, you know, Antonio and I have been friends since we were teenagers, and I flattered with Sophie, who plays Carol. So it was like a bunch of mates getting together to make a TV show, which is just amazing. And such fun stuff. You know, you're in the 70s, you've got 70s costumes, and you just, I mean, you're drinking fake beer and smoking horrible fake cigarettes all day. But it was just so much fun, and I'm really loving season 2 at the moment because we're sitting in 1981 for the whole series, and it's a really great political time. And I like, honestly, I haven't been around that much for the first, we're up to episode 5 at the moment. And because I've been doing Hudson and Halls and Daffodils and shooting Youi over in Sydney, they had to write me out of a whole bunch of the first 4 episodes. So I'm starting to go back in now, and it's great fun.
Well, Todd Emerson, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you and also seeing you playing Peter Hudson. So all the best.
Great, thank you very much.
Well, that's Gay Talk Tonight. Thank you for watching. Do go to my website, gaytalktonight.com, and I'll see you again very soon.